Welcome to the Hormone Hub, your go-to source for the conversations every woman in her 40s and 50s needs to have. I'm your host, Kylie Pinwill, your nutritionist helping you navigate your way through perimenopause, menopause and beyond so you can say goodbye to the endless fatigue, unexplained weight gain, hot flushes, PMS, mood changes and more that come on this hormonal roller coaster. If you missed the memo or think this is only for women of a certain age, ladies, it's time to think again. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Don't forget to hit subscribe so you don't miss any of my latest episodes, which are released every week. Share it with your friends, your sweaty sisters. The more we talk, the more we help each other. Hello, and welcome to today's episode of the Hormone Hub. Now, today I am going to talk to you about a powerful resource you already have, but you just might be missing out on tapping into its potential. Now, this, is waiting to help you accomplish whatever goals you have in mind. Like seriously. So whether they're health goals, personal goals, business goals, family goals, whatever they might be, you just have to wake it up and give it some regular exercise. All right. So what is this powerful resource? It is your mindset and your motivation. So we all have moments where, our motivation and our mindset sort of feels weaker than we want it to be, which is why, we need to give it some regular sort of TLC. So when we kind of hit our 40s, hit our 50s, we've got, we're just at these busy sort of crossroads in life. Okay, so making time to work on our mindset is just as important as it is as working on other aspects like, our nutrition and exercise or moving our body. And, it is not about the carbs. It's not about the perfect supplement. And it's not about how long we need to fast for, because it's our mindset and our motivation that drives the entire process. Except, here's the thing. So many times we, are there waiting for our motivation to kick in. And we've always, I always hear women sort of say, I'll get started when I get motivated, when I feel more motivated. But, the thing is, sometimes it does kick in, usually for a short time. But then, it gets tired. Like literally, because there are, there's actual studies to show that there's a limit on how much willpower we have every day. So decision fatigue, kicks in and our willpower goes out the window. And I think, when we're sort of at this age and stage of life, we are making decisions on behalf of other people all day, every day. So, it's no wonder that, we look to that easy option. So what we need to do and what it means is, we need to sort of work on training our mindset muscles. So just like we would exercise and move the muscles in our body, that mindset, we need to work on that as well. So we do this, we surround ourselves with an environment that's positive and supportive. Okay, we need to feed our mindset with, inspiration from what we read, what we listen to, what we watch, who we speak with. And we need to keep training our mindset by consistently taking positive action that moves us forward. And we have to take the time to, intentionally work on it. And it absolutely pays off. Because if you think about, when we feel well, we tend to make better choices. Because we've got the energy, we move our body more. Because we're moving our body more, we've got the energy. We make, better food choices, and we're in this upward sort of cycle. So, when our motivation is challenged, we've got that resilience there. So we're ready with that firm resolve. So, how do we do this? So there's a few things, that I'm going to share today that I do, and it just keeps my mindset strong. Now, I'm not perfect. I am human like all of you. But certainly I'm in the habit of, if I go for a walk or if I know I'm going to be in the car for a while, I'll listen to a podcast, much like you are doing now. Thank you for listening. Or I'm listening to, a good audiobook. So things like that. So what I listen to is really important to me. And then sort of remembering back to my why, why am I making the choices I do and why is it important to me? So like I said, I don't have untapped motivation, but I am consistent because I know that I want to feel energetic and I know that, I've got a lot of stuff on my plate. So, I need to have high energy levels so I can step up, I can support my clients, I can be a wife, I can be a mum, I can be a friend, I can, do all the things I need to do. And I know that if I'm eating well and I'm moving my body, I'm going to bed at a decent time, all of this supports my energy. And that's really important to me. So that's one of my whys. Likewise, what I sort of watch or follow on social media, I try and choose things that inspire me. Luxury Escapes is the best site to follow ever, closely followed by, any kind of nature photography like National Geographic or, David Attenborough. Love those photos because they lift me up. I don't want to have a look at Sally's amazing family get together with the perfect meal. And, that's great for Sally, but it really isn't very inspiring me. It's sort of like, yeah, good for you, Sally. Yay. It's not, what I'm trying to say. It's not people that inspire me necessarily. Okay. Or, people living the cultivated social media life, that doesn't interest me at all. So let's sort of talk about like the secrets to success. Now, actually it's two secrets. So what you need to know about creating amazing results. And I hope that what I have to tell you comes as a big relief and also inspires you. All right. So what is this big secret to success? Now, I've got a quote for you, and it's straight from Oprah Winfrey. So, who doesn't miss Oprah? I wish she would come back on telly because, her shows were great. But, and you have to admit, whether you like her or not, follow her or not, you have to admit she has created a lot of success in her life. And, one of her quotes is, the big secret in life is there is no secret. So whatever is your goal, you can get there if you're willing to work. So the secret is there really is no secret. So it all boils down to taking consistent action toward whatever goal you have. Okay. And this leads perfectly into our second secret, which is the basics are everything. Okay. So there's no secret action or insider knowledge. Yes, there's, different things we need to be doing to support our hormones and, support our metabolism. But, quite often I'll have clients and they'll come in with this basket load of supplements and they'll, have all these complicated tests done and all of these, microbiome tests and, hormone mapping tests and DNA tests, like all of these things. But it doesn't do anything if we're not following the basics, okay? So there's trends, there's tricks, there's hacks, believe me, I have been in the health industry for over 20 years. I have seen it all. I've seen it start to come full circle. But the basics don't change and they stick around forever because they work. Now, we know that, this isn't rocket science. Okay, we all know what being healthy looks like. So that's, feeding our body, nourishing it with healthy whole foods, in the right amounts. It's, drinking enough water to keep us hydrated. It's moving our body regularly to keep it fit and strong and active. It's getting a solid quality 7 or 8 hours sleep a night. It's learning how to manage our stress. It's keeping our mindset positive and focused by, learning new things, meeting new people. And it's also about getting regular rest and downtime. Okay, so it really is that simple. Now, I say simple, I'm not saying it's easy, all right? So there are challenges. I totally get it. And like I said, we all know what those basics are, but whether or not we do it is a whole other ballgame because there are challenges. We've got busy lives. We've got jobs. We've got kids, family, partners, pets, parents, But honestly, I think this is why, the process is so rewarding, just keeping it simple. So, I want you to remember that whenever you're kind of in a funk, you're feeling blah, or, you just need a little kickstart, little boost up, circle back to your basics, because this is where, things get happening. Okay, so with that being said, let's take a deeper dive, with, a solid tip to keep you motivated. Like I said, the secret to success is there is no secret. It boils down to this. So consistently applying the basics will bring you the most results the fastest. But here's the thing, basic is not the same as boring. In fact, it can be far from it. So I'm going to have talk to you about how to make that transition and that journey to getting your results fun and enjoyable. So definitely when it comes to, being fit, being active, being healthy, the basics give us far more energy, faster progress, and they basically lay down the foundation for everything else in life. So I'm going to use the analogy of, in our wardrobe, we've all got our favorite outfit, that makes us feel good. So, just say it's like your favorite little black dress. It's the dress that you wear anywhere, and it might be for you. It might be that favorite pair of pants or that denim jacket you love. We wear it over and over and over, and we always feel good in it. Okay. It's simple. It's no nonsense, and it always delivers. Now, this little black dress or, the comfy pants is, it's the equivalent of feeling energized and, eating whole healthy foods, exercising, getting enough sleep, drinking enough water, managing your stress, working on your mindset. And the fun part is, we can mix up or add to these basics once we've got them down pat. So just like you would add, accessories or a different pair of shoes to your little black dress, we might get a funky new pair of earrings, or we might swap some heels for some flat sneakers. Let's face it, none of us want to be wearing heels anymore. They do look good, but no. Okay, but just like that, you can try new foods. You can experiment with different types of exercise. You can play around with stress reduction techniques. You've got to choose what works for you, and you've got to keep it fun, to stay interested and find out what keeps you motivated. And I think it's that variety. When we do the same thing day in, day out, our body gets used to it. It stops responding. So we need to mix things up a bit. And as long as we're kind of like true to those basics, mixing things up can definitely, keep those results coming, keep us moving forward, and, avoid that kind of funk that we sort of roll ourselves into. A lot of this, like I said, a long way towards keeping the basics anything but boring is fun. So, let's talk fun foods. If you've got a salad and you're like, oh, just got to eat rabbit food, add some fresh herbs. You'd be amazed what fresh mint in your salad can do, or some nuts and some seeds. I love condiments. I love nothing better than going to the markets and buying pickles and chutneys and things like that. Aioli, can really lift up, some basic eggs on toast. I try mixing up my walking routes. I do different things at the gym all the time. Try yoga. Sometimes I love it. Sometimes I hate it. It all depends. And I give it a go, So try mixing, things up a bit. So I hope this inspires you to take some action on your basics and make them fun. So the next sort of step in this process, and I think it's sort of where, things fall down. So think of, have you ever been out of an ingredient when you are making your favorite recipe? All right. So after you've dug around your pantry, had a poke around in the fridge, you've decided you'll still make the recipe, but you'll go without that key ingredient. And the result, the result's okay, but it's not great. All right. So there is one extra secret sauce that can take your okay results, to great results. And it is definitely an ingredient that I rely on myself. So when I, hear of women sort of getting fed up and starting, they're sort of not feeling comfortable in their body. They want to make some change, so they start on a Monday, usually, whatever new diet or eating plan it is. And, the thing that's really missing in a lot of programs is, accountability and support. Okay, so we all have our own challenges. I know you have challenges. So whether this is, you lead a busy life and you don't have enough time, or you just don't know where to start, or, your hormones have a whole life of their own, and, or you might even have a health challenge that needs a bit more personalized support and a personalized approach. It's having someone there to help motivate you along the way. So, okay, so that's probably more like 3 ingredients, but they all fit together, right? So if you've been sort of wondering about working with me, I just sort of want to say, like, a really key piece, and what we do with our clients is, keep you accountable on those basics. We help you stay motivated along the way with a proven program that gets results. Okay, so that's sort of our aim when we start off working with clients. But, if you're sort of wondering, like, will it work for me? Or I've tried everything, how will it be different? These ingredients are all super important, especially after, say a couple of weeks into the program. The novelty starts to wear off, your enthusiasm starts to wear off a little. And it's also important, just as important, maybe you've got a great initial results and then they start stalling a little. And you could benefit from a kind of an outside eye so you know what to do next. And, so this ingredient that I'm talking about is working with a coach with a proven process. And along the way, you learn a lot about yourself. You learn about your strengths, your tenacity, your drive, because you are more capable than you give yourself credit for. Just because you've been a certain size or you've had certain challenges for, a certain amount of time, that doesn't mean that you can't change. You have the strength, the tenacity, the drive, but the support could make all the difference. So, we sort of help you learn where you need to be spending a little more time making the changes. So you're choosing what's, the important changes. We're moving the important levers so you can become the best version of yourself. And when we have these things sort of nailed down, you're unstoppable. Okay. So one of our clients, Sally, who I actually caught up with on the weekend, she has now lost 15 kilos. And she had eczema and psoriasis, like they have all but cleared up. She's really happy with that because that's been a lifelong thing for her. Her energy levels, she doesn't need to have that afternoon nana nap anymore. So she's got the energy to go through. She said she just feels less puffy, less inflamed. She's moving her body in a way that she couldn't before. So, there's so many other things. So yes, the 15 kilo weight loss is huge, but, it's the way she feels. And, that has become her why to keep her going. And again, we just nailed it down to those basics, but, she had us there to coach her the whole way through. And for me, hiring a coach is exactly what I do when I'm working towards a goal that I'm committed to. So, the fact that I started an online business, I had never done that before, running Facebook ads, managing a Facebook community. There's nearly 9,000 ladies in here now. I didn't know how to run an online community. Doing this podcast. I'm a nutritionist. I'm not a podcast specialist. I'm not a Facebook ads person, but hiring a coach helped me with the guidance and support that I needed to make it happen. Okay, I knew what I wanted it to be, but, I needed someone there to give me the support, the accountability. And this is where, coaching is a life changer. So it is rare to have someone just as invested in your goals as you are. And a good coach can eliminate that trial and error. They can keep you on track with your goals and also help hold you accountable to follow through on your plan. So it's all good and well to say, I'm going to start on Monday and I'm not going to, drink coffee in the afternoon anymore. You need to be held accountable to follow through. Plus, we can help you address all the other factors affecting your results. So it's not just exercise and nutrition. It's stress, it's sleep, it's, your mindset, so much more. So if you haven't reached your goals yet, or if you're feeling stuck and you don't know where to get started, this could be the reason why. Now, we even have a success coach. So Melanie is she's an accredited nutritionist, just like I am. And she is our, success coach. It's her job to help you succeed, to keep you accountable, to regularly check in with you and keep you moving forward. We also, as a team, are very big on giving you beautiful virtual hugs from time to time. And, we can also give you a loving kick up the bum if you need one. We've got you either way. So if you are ready to make a real difference, I can help. In fact, I've helped, hundreds of busy women in their 40s, 50s, and 60s over the last, 20 odd years of my time in the industry to get your energy back, reset your metabolism so you can shift that weight that's annoying you, balance out your hormones so you feel human again. Okay, so right now I'm making space for 10 goal mapping sessions. So in our hormone help call, so we can talk about the fastest route to help you get to your goals. So, if we're in the Southern Hemisphere, summer is coming up, a perfect time of year, to make some changes. Likewise, Northern Hemisphere, school's gone back, it is the perfect time. So if you would like to grab one of these spots and make it the time to draw that line in the sand and make some changes, then I highly recommend booking in a hormone help call. So the link to book in will be in the show notes and it's also in our Facebook page. All right. Well, thanks for listening. I hope you enjoy this week's episode and I will talk to you soon, if not on a hormone help call. All right. Thanks, everyone. Bye. Thank you for taking the time to listen today. You can head on over to the show notes at kyliepinwell.com/podcast where you'll find all the links and I have a little bonus surprise waiting for you. Before we go, it would mean the world to me if you head on over to your favourite podcasts channel, subscribe and leave a review. Make sure to screenshot it, DM it to me so I can thank you personally. Then stay tuned for next week's episode. Can't wait to see you then.